back to the Dion Gaming channel. I was actually having a problem with Michael with the OBS, and probably that's why I couldn't make a video or anything like that. At the same time, I'm using now Streamlabs OBS, so you actually can see in the bottom left side. I feel it's much better. There's a lot of cool, neat features in there, but I'm quite confused by it, so I don't want to touch it or anything like that. I just want to get everything is quite normal. So let's actually start with this video. This video is going to be focused a little bit more on the Batariel and the Spirit ships, which I do have a replay, what I will put in the Vegas Pro, so you can see that. And at the same time, the Batariel, because Batariel is quite of an easy deck to actually use. Even though some players are quite saying that it's a little bit much harder to use than Spirit Ship, I have a bunch of players who are also saying that it's much easier to use than Spirit Ship and stuff like that. But either way, I'm not going to debate that. I'm just going to go ahead and show you some things. But first, let's actually cover some news. The first news is actually this one, which again, I'm not sure if you can see that, but basically what's happening is that I already talked to I think 825 2019 about rewards being given for finishing all Esper map. Hopefully that also transitioned to advanced mode, and also that also transitioned to standard mode, and maybe something else around the alliance, or maybe like a couple of maps being actually done by getting so maybe some little rare cards that does not cost too much but can also help you if you're actually using if you're trying to boost your deck a little bit better, so your gameplay can actually boost a little bit better. Hopefully that actually goes to buy, but at the same time I wanted it a pre-release because I wanted to actually some players to see how many players we actually see some map, because we have a little bit missing representation. And what I mean by that is that sometimes we only have about 14 players. I did cover that in another video, so I shouldn't be able to cover it here. But basically after that, me, Dark Warrior, and I think Ultra Lord also actually went ahead and finished all Esper map, which now we are at 17. Concurrent players in the game is actually 176. You'll see between around maybe morning all the way to 7 p.m. where everything actually dies out and so on. We have more Euro pairs, EU pairs, players than US players. That's another thing you want to keep in mind on that. But again, I want to actually the incentive reward to be actually pre-release, because I wanted to see how many players actually finish the all Esper map, to see if there's any balance or either anything that could be put as a reward or exclusive. Again, I actually talked about the Ami. He does not agree that Ami should be exclusive, so that's fine. But at the same time, I wanted to see how many players can do this for the reward. So one thing you want to keep in mind, if you guys have not done the first solo map, that's what you want to do, because 2-man and 4-man can actually be carried. I carried a couple of people in expert map, so that's something you don't even have to worry about. However, everything in solo map you have to do it yourself, and there is no account sharing or anything like that, so you might want to actually practice all solo map in expert mode. Next thing we actually want to cover is I actually be working on a little project. My little project is pretty much basically is sharing my deck for the RPVE and my casual play. So I'll be actually sharing it for a lot of players, and this is not one screenshot, and I got a bunch of screenshots and stuff like that. So not to make the video any longer, I'm just gonna keep it like 2 screenshots and so on. But this is what I was doing, and at the same time I was doing it for the Batariel, which I was actually playing a lot in casual to show up other players and so on right here. And I was actually telling like this players, again, are you making a Batariel? It says yeah, but it's very expensive, but I love it. So let's see what actually happens next. So the next thing is, have I succeeded in making players play more the Lost Spirit ship the way they should be played, with the recycle and stuff like that, instead of being actually played with a splash deck, which again almost got hit with a nerf. It has been put in the backlogs. Actually, look over here, backlogs are now stuff that are going to be focused way later, because right now they're focusing more on the PvP side. I actually agree with this, but again, Enlightenment did get hit in here, so there's going to be a discussion with that. I'm going to definitely enter that, because they did try to nerf my Lost Spirit ship, so I'm definitely going to enter the Enlightenment, which again is technically the Batariel nerf and so on. So if you actually look into the here, let me actually go back down. If you actually look in here and type Lost Spirit ship, you have this. Oh, sorry, right here. You have this on August 18th. So August 18th, 2019, you actually type the Lost Spirit ship. You actually see about 5,593 and about 5,770. This is all in the respective of the affinity, red affinity and green affinity. At the same time, you actually go right ahead and type Armor Tower, which again is something that I used for a long time. Now this actually is all me. All 238 is all me, because people I play 17 hours a day. I play RPVE back then like 20 and 30 a day. 30 a day. I don't do that anymore. I actually take a little bit more slowly. I may sometimes play between 14 hours and 17 hours, but the times that I was playing RPVE 9, I didn't saw people actually using the ship with recycle. And there's a bunch of videos that I made about that. You can actually look at each of my videos, and basically you actually can see that. However, Armor Tower is what I use because I think it's cheapest. Though other people have said that the best way their mentality said that the best way would have been with the Altar of Chaos by feeding it and then summoning the thing, and it gives you about like close to 80% of the bar being full. That's actually not really fast enough in the RPVE 9 or anything like that. And I did made a video about that. It's about an hour long. You can actually look it up by going into the video. My video channel. So 230 have been played by me, and it's best to use the armor tower. And the reason why I said that is because you only use 2 towers at a cost of 60 because the construction hut. It costs 80, but it costs 60 with the construction hut. And when you upgrade it to 3, you only need to use 2 armor towers to get full bar. And if I'm using 5 ships, that's actually 10 of the armor tower that needs to put in. Again, I use the Cult of Masters to put every 90% of that void power back to my Azure power pool, so I actually don't slow down as much as other people and stuff like that. Unless the one with me is trying to hurry me up, which I will go with less charges, but again, that's when I will use the Architect's Call, which we're about to move into that discussion right now, and that's the Architect's Call. What happened in the Architect's Call is like a construction hut, but it basically does not allow you to get 25% reduce of the cost. So again, you are going to pay the Eddie amount, but again, you're not going to run all the way back home to the monument or try to summon a construction hut. That takes a while. Instead, you will use an Architect's Call, and basically that does is the same thing as construction hut, but instead with the cost, and at that same time, it increases increases or reduces? Basically, it makes it much faster by 50 to 55%. So when it's like a construction hut being put down, but as a spell. So I actually tried one of here, which you actually see that, and then I actually tried the other one, which is actually better. So there's 1 being touched in here and 4 being touched in there. This is all mine, basically. I'm the only one using the Architect's Call in the RPVE. I don't use the Architect's Call in the casual maps campaign, because obviously you have all these things with the construction hut, where when you go there with full bar, you technically don't even lose all your full bar. You basically finish the game by that time. I never had one problem with it. So again, this is actually more in the RPV 9, which I usually play majority of the time. So 4 Architect's Call right here, and then 1 Architect's Call, which was for testing. So right now, I know I would use, you can see actually videos. If you want me to show you, just comment below. Me using Architect's Call to summon it, to use the recycle, to be able to have more heals for the Lost Soul Pure, and by Lost Soul Pure I mean Lost Warden, Lost Warlord, Lost Spirit Ship, and the Lost Dragon. I'm gonna use the Green Affinity. I used to use the purple dragon, but again, it doesn't feel that very powerful. So again, I jumped into the Great Affinity, which can shut down the buildings, range units, again, their ability as well, like Wrathgazer, Wild Sapper, and all that stuff. So we look into the future, and can we see the Lost Spirit Ship? And this is actually right here, more of a 252-hour window. Ends at 16/09/2019, which basically should be today. So if you actually look at the Lost Spirit Ship, it has to be increased, and this is separate. So you actually have to add this with this, with the Lost Spirit Ship that you saw. So this is 17,000 plus 5,000, basically in total amount of those times. It has been played 22,000. So in the 252 window hours in there, it has been played 17,000 times, and I'm sure a majority are playing with Splash Deck, because again, the nerf that I suggested, if they wanted to nerf it instead of damage and counter or knockback and all that, it was 2 Frost, 2 Shadow, because all their argument is basically about Splash Deck. If you read the whole fucking thing, it's basically all Splash Deck. I already mentioned this, I don't have to mention this again, but again, let's actually move to the Armor Tower, and Armored Tower. So right here is about 461, which has definitely an increase. If you actually look at both of them, it will be a total of maybe close to 700 plus. So basically, it has increased of being used. So people are definitely using the deck that I've been actually bolstering around or promoting, so players know more about the recycle. Because if you're using this Splash Deck, I have still no idea why they won't use it. But again, one player did told me that instead of the slot Armor Tower, they have other better slot like Meta Mastery and so on. But again, if they don't want to use Armor Tower, that's fine. But if the nerf hits, obviously all the players are now forced to use the recycle for the Lost Spirit Ship and stuff like that. By the way, you're getting Lost Dragon for 1 Shadow, 1 Frost, 2 neutral, which is very overpowered if you know how to use it. But again, if they ever go into that proposal, which has not been proposed, it has been, the suggestion has the highest winning of 31 voted for yes, and so on. Actually, we're only scrolling up right now for the Architect, which is where Architect's Call. I actually want to go to the one on top again. We have one affinity being used 36 times instead of one time, which that shows you that players, yes, they are using the same deck that I've been promoting. So thank you very much for actually using the deck. You know, I see many people asking me about the deck when I'm playing in there, and I told them that it's very good if you're actually using it against a Lost Soul, because again, if you use it against a Lost Soul maps and stuff like that, you have your own green dragon countering the tower that you can't use spells and stuff like that, and at the same time countering their own dragon and so on. So 36 has been used and 80 has been used, which is probably the one that I am using and stuff like that. But again, I haven't been playing for the 252 hours. I haven't been playing that type of deck. I've been using Batariel because, as well as the card that the deck that I was promoting, which is the Lost Soul deck, and you actually see it right here. I was also promoting, and you can actually see up here in the what's it called? If you actually scroll up here, you'll see me saying something about the Enlightenment and Disenchant and stuff like, because it costs up your ass to actually buy it. But at the same time, I was promoting players to actually play Batariel because it's actually a very easy deck. And again, there's a lot of players around here. I can see there's this players right here is actually trying to buy Enlightenment. I'm pretty sure he's also going to use Batariel and so on. So Batariel has been increased since the time that I'm actually promoting Batariel. Then let's actually see. You actually type Batariel. There's two type Batariels, so you have to be very careful. The first one is actually the Purple Affinity. So you can tell it only has been played 292 times during that time back then, and on August. And again, the one that people really do play is 1,782, and the Red Affinity Batariel has to be increased in decks. I bet you it will. It now has the first one, which is 1,132, and has been increased by 5,610. So we're actually going to be getting to the video. And by the way, this is the stream lag. If you guys are actually wondering, just probably pretty much type this right here if you want to have the information about that. Thanks, Moaz, for that information. I did use his link, which gives them $1 and so on for uploading it, because this is actually, before my mic was actually broken, I couldn't even speak. Now it's actually recording it perfectly and all that. And I'm starting to like Streamlab OBS way more than the regular OBS. So once right here, I actually did the Slave Master, which what you guys are about to see. And no, I'm not a speedrunner. I did get some actually people saying that I'm a speedrunner, all because they saw some ranking and stuff like that in here. No, I like doing solo map and so on. Just want to keep that ahead for everybody. Blight and stuff like that, if I do it solo, it's because I like doing it. And by the way, not only that, I actually like doing Blight. For example, let me show you right here. I love doing it as completion. So basically, you'll see right here, I have my Giant Worm, I have my Cultist Master, and I love clearing the whole goddamn map. I'm talking about everything that has failed, because you're going to fail a lot, and all those creatures are going to be packed. I want to clear the whole map. So again, I am not trying to be a speedrunner or anything like that. I don't want to be a speedrunner, please. That's kind of quite insulting to me. I'm actually a casual player, and I love doing solo map. The one that I have most trouble right now, it was Bat Harvester, because there's anomalies there that even if you do it your way or someone else's way, there's an anomaly there that doesn't allow you to quite finish it, and that's why they don't have a lot of people actually finishing that, unless you look at the old time, which only maybe 2 other people actually finish that. So basically, this is nothing, by the way. This is actually horrible timing. You can actually look at all time to see who are the real speedrunners, and it's not me, by the way. So on this one that I definitely want to show you is because this, the one with the 32-minute, is the one that I did do for the Batariel one, and I also did Behind the Line. If you actually look around somewhere around here, I guess it might be this one, and there's another one as well that I did Behind the Line, which was almost, I would have been in a 2-minute less until one of my camp got destroyed and so on. So we are going to be entering the Batariel, and later on at the end of the video, we're also going to be entering the Lost Spirit Ship replay that I have. So let's get into that. All right, so let's actually open this up. We're about to do a starting with the obviously Shrine of War already, and also the Batariel actually hitting right there, because we already reached 3 monuments, I would say. Yep, we have reached 3 monuments. And with this, you obviously can summon Batariel. Obviously, I won't have any of the Darkness card, which is basically Life Weaving, Unholy Power, Unholy Hero, which actually are the great cards to actually use with these. But again, I will claim a monument for that to be able to use that, but I don't need it at this point. I just need Surge of Light. And look, whack, whack, whack. whack. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. So basically, right here, I was actually going to go right ahead and pick up my purple. I didn't actually want to kill these, and the reason why I didn't want to kill the left side is if my bottom defense right here, which I'll have a bottom defense. If I have a bottom defense, I'm going to be able to actually defend this, and if it fails, I'm going to be able to, you know, they're going to be able to stall for me during those times. But again, they actually did came up a bit, but it doesn't really matter. I did put up the Batariel at the bottom left. Sorry, the bottom, yeah, bottom left. I will say almost at the bottom. I just should say that. I did put a Batariel right there with 5 nickel blasters, or 4 to 5 nickel blasters, and basically after that, I leave Batariel alone. He can handle the Abomination and the Skycatcher that's coming my way without doing any micromanaging or anything like that. Again, I'm a casual player, so if I'm a casual player, I guess I'm not that good of a player or something like that. That's what speedrun told me. Some speedrun told me. So it doesn't really matter. Again, Batariel, easy to use, very easy to play with. So again, I'm actually going to go ahead and start clearing things until the bottom at one point. Oh, that's a good Skycatcher. At the bottom at one point, it's going to summon the Twilight Manifestation, which is like a building that go ahead and starts summoning Abomination, the Twilight version, the Fire Dancer, and then so on. Start summoning those small creeps, start summoning the Skycatcher and all that. So during this time, this was actually my second time using Batariel over here. I played it on the testing server, but again, it's something that I don't use, so I gotta get used to using Batariel. All I have to do is know how much damage Batariel can actually take. Because I don't want to use all my spell in case something bad happens. But again, after playing a while, I didn't actually need to worry. Just goddamn slap a life weaving for 50% less damage, and you know, reflect that same amount of damage, I think, with 50% to all hostile and friendly. Look at that beautiful thing right there. At one point, the Skycatcher and the other on the Fire Dancer are going to try to destroy me, so I will put a Batariel down there, and then slap a Unholy Protection for another 50% reduced damage and increase of strength of, I don't know, 2,000 something, and then Unholy Hero, so you can have 200% increased damage. So again, that will proc his burning damage, and that's what you're going to be seeing later on as well. Look, I'm going to leave that Batariel down there, and it's not going to be a problem at all. I'm just going to move all the treasure fleet to the crewmen to the top right side, and then move up to the right side. I swear, if I get this, if Enlightenment does not get nerfed or get touched like that, I am going to hope and pray to God that I can make a close to Batariel deck or something like that. I hope Batariel just increases like that, because it's going to be very easy to beat almost all maps with it. And the most funny part is, in majority of the map that I play, I only summon one Batariel, but then I was like, damn, I need to summon like 2 Batariels and have a Batariel on the left and the right. Or maybe they'll both play on each other, because I do have Revenge. Not that I need it or something like that. I can actually use other spells like Maelstrom and stuff like that. For here, simple. Right here, I use a Soul Shatter when I have the Life Weaving or Unholy Protection and stuff like that, so I don't get damaged as much. And I use Revenge during that time because me and Mo are actually going to be getting hit less. But I didn't even need those cards specifically. Again, I also don't need Infect or anything like that. Those cards are actually much better when you're actually playing on RPVE mode. But again, look, I didn't even use the Disenchantment here. And the reason that is because Mo is technically taking all the damage from the those guys in there. So, and even if I get hit right now, I'm still not going to goddamn use it. You will see other videos that I do use it, but I don't need to because, again, don't have to. So I'm just going to go ahead and free the guys down there while my bottom side Batariel is going to defend indefinitely all these monsters. He's just going to go right ahead and start smacking at them. And when he starts smacking at them, the burning damage, the second ability Batariel has, is going to pretty much kill everything. So I see the Skycatcher. I don't got to damn worry. I'm just going to go up here and start worrying about these guys, because the ship, the sea, if you look at the sea on the top, those are Raven ship scouts. They're coming in with what's his name, with the Raven, you know, the boss, and basically he's going to try to actually whoop my ass and whoop Mo ass. Technically, he wants him more than me. But I'm just going to go right here with the treasure fleet. Got to be careful on the top right side because there was a cannon trying to kill them or anything like that. Got my guys. I'm going to go up there. Again, didn't have to worry about the Skycatcher. Still at full health. Good job, Batariel. Keep doing your thing. The Skycatcher again? I don't have to worry about that shit. Again, I want to actually show you at one point. I almost missed it. I want to show you that point. Look at that. Look at those ships dying. Ooh. Ooh. Hit. Oh. My gosh, I fell in love. You know what? Fuck Lost Pure ship. Fuck Lost Soul Pure deck. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna be playing Batariel my whole entire life for that. So we're actually gonna be closing this vid, and then we're gonna go into another alternate reality, which we want to show you what happened when he actually how awesome Batariel is when he actually messes with these amount of units. So I was messing amount of you. I did use Infant during this time, but again, look at the burning damage after Unholy Hero. Look at the burning damage. Oh my Jesus Christ. I wouldn't want to see this in PvP if ever. If Unholy Hero hits, you better CC it like crazy, because I think Batariel just fucking murders everything. Again, I did try it on this point again. They tried to kill me right here, but again, the burning damage. I didn't even need to use the goddamn Infant in here. Why am I using Infant or something like that? I mean, what, for the Nox Trooper or something like that? They can't kill him. Life Weaving is 50% reduced damage. I still have Revenge if I want to. I don't even have to use that. And Unholy Protection. So then we look for another part on the top, because we wanted to actually hit these type of units again. Look at all of them. And watch this. Look, I'm frozen. I'm paralyzed, but they're dying. How are they dying? Because of his second ability. GG, easy mode, no skill needed. Batariel is the king of Battle Force monsters around here. You just can't mess with Batariel. Unless you use Grigori and use his ability. Fuck you. Again, he actually goes a little bit more top and start fighting the king. And I'm getting hit by all these units that can paralyze me, but they die. They pretty much died right here. I tried to heal it with Equilibrium Blue, by the way. And then during get a little close up, it finished it. But at one point, I do get DC in there. So, fuck it. Let's show a little bit more match. Here is when you actually get hit with the Skycatcher. Here's the problem. When Skycatcher here, you can't use spell in a certain radius. So you have to like use your regrowth a little bit more down, or your Batariel is going to die. Again, I am not an expert pro at Batariel or anything like that. I only did a couple matches with it, but during these matches, and then I started doing like about 30 more matches after that, and I had to show you. And I started getting really good with Batariel, stuff like that, even using 3 Batariels at different area at once. So I'm getting really happy about that, because it seems that Batariel is just so good. Look right here. Oh, here it comes. I use it on the right side so I can still heal. Right, a little smack right to the face. God damn it! And then I go up to try to finish the map, which again puts me again in second place. If you ever want to care about that. And this guy just dies by me walking around. That's got to be hilarious right there. Goodbye for that, and let's actually have a little a conversation about the Lost Spirit with the replay. GG, baby, GG. Alright, so let us start. And by the way, we do lose in this match. Someone's actually make some mistakes in here and we still lose in this match. It's actually quite hilarious. So we have one of the players right here. I think it's going Nature completely. One of the other players over here, I think it goes Darkness as well, just a me and Shadow. I go Shadow, obviously. That's my RBBE deck for it. And then in the bottom right here, we have actually a new player. And he goes... I forgot what he goes. I think Shadow too. So again, I did this quite a bit. I have been holding this replay for quite a while now. So let's actually put it right here. We have the Nox Trooper for me. I'm surprised people don't go with the Nox Trooper, because if I use Motivate, oh, never mind. This is actually oh no, yeah, this is actually Fearland. So this guy's Richie going with the Shadow and stuff like that. If these guys were using they were using the, what is it called, Nox Trooper, I would use the Motivate to actually help them out, but again, since they're not going a Nox Trooper or anything like that, I guess I don't have to. I mean, why not, right? So actually speed this up a bit, because the bottom actually going to have a little trouble with the Lost Answer and so on. Obviously the Nature shouldn't have any problem with them. Just got a goddamn heal with the Shamans and so on. Again, see, Motivate and so on. And actually, I actually do use it. Yes, I do. Right? Do I? No, I don't use it. Never mind. I don't use it. So again, good heals with the Soul Splice, obviously. He's going to go right here and finish this up. It should be really hard. One of the easiest part is usually the middle area. The other area is a little bit more harder because of these Lost Dancer. And again, the Lost Dancer is always much better than our Lost Dancer. That's just bullcrap. I swear to God, it can't even matter mastery this fucking tower. It's so bullshit and all that. So he's actually going to get wrecked, and he puts a tower in the back and so on. And again, I was starting to use the Involvement. I didn't actually bought a second one, so I just can't summon it right off the bat and so on. But again, I am definitely going to be carrying this side right here and so on. We're actually going to look on top. He already actually finished his area. Obviously, Finran with the Shamans and Wind Reaver. I do have that. My Nature Frost Shadow deck. The Shaman and Wind Reaver just pretty much carry you all over to the spot where you need to be. Again, I'm actually going to be using... let's also look over here. I'm actually using towers to move forward. So Richie is actually helping him with the undead. I actually didn't even saw this, to be honest with you, because I was too busy preparing the easy card. You want to actually know how many times this was played? 5,000. Didn't even check the second one. I'm sure we already have it at 20,000 people being played. Again, this guy's also using it, and I actually noticed he also has his. So I think at one point, I'm not sure if I destroy mine or not, because he's just going to keep using it every time. So there it is. Going on top. It's going to be clearing that. At the bottom, going to clear these two right here. I do make a mistake, though, and that mistake is that I actually tried to help him because I don't think he's actually going to be able to kill these two Lost Dancers, as you see. So I try to help him here, which again does put me open against these Lost Dancer, which I didn't actually quite see that we were going to my thing. So I will lose one of my, I think either, not sure, yeah, my Monument I'm going to be losing. That's fine, though. Just going to summon over here and reclaim it. It's only going to cost me 100, so I basically lost 100 power. It's no problem. We're still going to get it on a good time and stuff like that. Everybody here is just pretty much easy. Easy. Good shamans. I love it. Again, I have one of my birds, and I don't want to use it again. I want to have all three of them before I start using it, and I have to be very careful with the shield in here and so on. So actually fast forward this baby right here, because not sure if he's going to be summoning anything, but I'm actually going to clear everything out with the Shadow Phoenix. So that's actually quite easy. By the way, I'm also using the resource booster as well. As you see down here, I'm going to use another resource booster. The guy who says he's using the shrine, and he's using the Shrine of Greed. I did not actually see this because I'm too busy doing the stuff in here, worrying about my own thing. So later on, I do put the Shrine of War. I'm not sure if I actually destroyed it or anything like that, because he is going to start using this majority of the time. So again, I noticed that I don't want to actually carry too much with the what's it called, the Shadow Phoenix and so on. I go right here because those guys are going to keep coming back, and I'm just going to literally easy with the Cultist Mastery. Cultist Mastery. Master, not Mastery, god damn it. So then when they heal between the building, I can keep doing this in case he wants to leave. There is the other area. Sadly, I wasn't able to see anything right here, but again, it's no problem. I'm just going to use the Cultist Master, and then later on I'm using the Furnace, and when I use the Furnace, it's going to give me more power. However, I did notice late that he was using Shrine of War when I was putting mine, so I should have paid attention on that. That's actually my mistake right there. So I do go a little bit further because I see that. Start using these guys, because I already see that he has the Shrine of War and he's using Shrine of Greed and stuff like that. I send my guys to hell. They're going into a fight and so on, because I just want to get to the next stage. So actually, let's push it a little bit further, a little bit faster, so we can get more point where we actually need to talk about with the Lost Spirit Ship and make this video a little bit much less. However, the player is new in here. At one point, I tell him to destroy his card. He actually tell me I have to destroy all of them. It's like, yes, the guy is using Shrine of Greed and Shrine of War. 90% of that power, that void power, is going to go to the actual pool, so you don't have to worry about it. I can defend and everything like that, so just go right ahead and destroy it. I summoned one with the recycle of the armor tower, and that's just in case if I need to actually do it myself and heal myself with the recycle. While it just kills everything. So again, I summoned a second one. It did take an armor tower and so on, while the guys down here starts fighting these guys with Revenge. No, Ravage. Sorry, not Revenge. Ravage, and I think that's the Regrowth, obviously. So again, here they are. They're moving to the part on the right side. I start breaking my stuff in here. I have three Lost Spirit Ship and so on. Again, they're still using Shrine of War. I did get destroyed at one point. I don't know where I summoned it and stuff like that. And I did destroy the back line because I didn't need it anymore. So again, I started summoning the Spirit Ship. They're going on this side, and then I'm going on the left side. However, at one point, Finn does do the mistake to actually not go with your partner and so on, because my partner goes with his partner, and then that's when something bad really happens. So actually, let me actually speed this up in here because I'm going to be summoning. I'm not gonna go with. I'm gonna go with two of them. Don't even have full armor tower. So there you go. I'm going just with half this time, which is a little bit of a mistake. But again, they are saying to push faster now, so I don't have time to actually start doing armor tower. Usually I do. This is the not the occasion one. So I don't have to actually wait. I think I'm gonna be using one of the ships if it gets low and so on, while these guys right here start clearing it. Again, this guy just get murdered, and the guy just returns back to try to clear this area before he continues. I go right here and I actually use the whole set because I'm pretty sure I got pretty low and so on. Again, now I only have one set for these two, and then I have these guys can actually do, because there's 3 more. They can do 3 more heals during that time. Okay, so again, right here we only have one guy. He actually goes to the bottom right side, as you see. Finred was moving up and down, finding where are you going. Are you going to go down, or are you going to go with me, or are you going, you know? While this guy already is Gemini. They may be slow, but I swear their sniping ability is so fun, especially when you're using infect and all that stuff. And you don't even have to worry about getting to one of the areas where, you know, right here, where again you can't use any ability or cannot use any spells and stuff like that. These are actually the harder area and so on. I don't actually quite worry about it. I do also use infect myself, and at the moment I think I only use maybe one of the ship's just ability. Yes, I did. I only use one of the ship's ability to heal, and then I actually move my guys a little bit more backwards to finish that healing and so on. At one point over here, I will have to retreat and use the Arctic Call because I should go in with full heals. This guy's still pretty doing good. Firanfrin, I'm pretty sure he dies maybe around here or so is where he dies and get annihilated. And the guy actually comes here with Bloodseeker. Trying to do this together and so on. Jesus, some of this giant just got literally raped. Thank God he can still summon more of that. So here's the part. Lost evocation, 50% more damage. Infect to actually help me again. Lost my dragon, hitting his dragon and hitting the anything else. Like it can also hit this tree and he will not be able to use his ability and so on. So you actually have to micromanage the dragon to hit the important people, like maybe his dragon, again the building that is down here, anything that is actually more important. So I move these guys up front and move back, and there it is, the Arctic's Call, and I start summoning all of the armor tower again, just sucking up that tower just so I can be able to heal one more time. Again, the dragon did come in there. Bad choice for the dragon. You see he just flying around, and the reason why he just flying instead of healing us is because my dragon is making him not be able to use his range and not be able to use any ability that he has. So I didn't have to worry too much about it. That also wasn't a suggestion for you guys. This is technically what you guys getting if the nerf pass through. The ship is going to belong to the Lost Soul Pure Deck, and the dragon is going to be with you guys now. Just in case, a heads up for anybody who actually know. Here he is. He actually went ahead. I didn't actually pay attention too much in here. These guys actually, this is hilarious. Right here at one point, actually let me pause it. One point, I think it's right here. He actually used frenetic assault for them to just fight each other while, I don't know if they hit him, we're about to see it, or if they just look. It's actually quite hilarious. While I found out that this guy was here, the Lost Archfiend, and he hits like a truck. So I have to kite my guys a little bit more backwards so he can come a little bit closer, so does dragon, so on, and then start focusing on some of these two, because again, I can't get to this area. I cannot actually heal during this here, and I can't use my Lost Prayer shit ability, so again, I will kite back. Finren is actually going to heal himself quite quickly. Once he gets here, he will annihilate, and that's the reason why we lose. He does come around here to actually come and do it with me and so on, but the problem that is that opened up the monster seed here to start going all the way through this path, and too late to actually finish it. But we did get really close because of that. Again, no errors should be made when you're playing against the Lost Soul. If you actually look on one of my videos, we actually 3-man it at RBV 9 and such, and that was it's called like a bug, something like that. So you look, this is the Lost Archfiend hitting like a truck and so on. So I know how much I have to stay there with the heals and so on, and then I kite a little bit more backwards because I make sure that there it is. He start hitting, so I tried to make sure that the the infest goes in a little bit, and then my guys start healing it up with the Lost Soul Spirit ship, and then I go back in and start focusing target. Again, if we actually pause it right here, Finren is actually gonna get murderized. Actually, right here, look at that. It's this. This is the fault right here. This is all this son of my gun right here. And I think Incredible Mo is in here. The Insidious Mo is out there. Let me actually look around what we got here for that. We have a shrine. Who has the Mo? I actually didn't know who has the Mo. Oh, he had the Mo. Oh, thank God. He did something. Again, I am going to run back, and I'm going to use my ability to see these guys won't be able to use their ability and so on, and then the dragon is going to lose here. Yikes. Just because of him. Just because of him. Large Archfiend, it's his goddamn fault that he got pushed and so on. While me, I was able to push everything, and then I can send my dragon to hit the tower, which can't use their ability again, and so on. So I don't have to quite worry about it and so on. But again, right here, he actually lost this, and I'm pretty sure one of the units are going to come here. And we're going to be able to see it, because I wasn't able to see it during that time. Finren is going to come all the way around and join me in here, because the Lost Spirit shit, the Lost Soul deck, pure deck, did actually clear this like nothing. Okay. Well, technically not nothing or something like that. I did use Nether Warp to jump to the other side and drop my ship's healing, so on, and then start using the Lost Dragon to focus on what is the threat. We have 1 minute and 31 seconds. Again, I think it's this one. Let me see. See, he was using look. Frenetic Assault. Genius. I think he was using this all this time in here while hitting from far away. Again, we're actually going to move in close. Now I know that I do have a healer with me, which is actually quite nice to have a healer and so on. Infet is being down, so here it is. He's going to drop the heals. I did ask at one point if he's going to drop any heals or anything like that. We are in the range of the area that we can. I Nether Warp inside and then use the ability, sorry about that, and then use the ability of the ships. Beautiful heal with everybody in there. Again, Infet by Richie on the right side. Didn't need it, you know. But again, he did try to help. But look, that's what happened. That's what happened. I didn't pay attention. You guys, hopefully you pay attention. This is the group that made us lose. During this time, we were wondering where they were, and most likely we knew it has to be somewhere close to here. So again, we're actually going to speed that up. We see them, and then we try actually go ahead and try to. Again, I use Frenetic Assault. There it is. I use it. He uses as well. And then we try to actually finish it up, but we end up losing. Because that road was open during the time that should have been destroyed. It would be able to win the game. Again, I do have a video. Actually, I am going to show you that video. I'm not going to actually stop right there. We'll show you that video that I was talking about. All right, quick going into this so I can actually finish it. I did put it on ×2, did I? Yes, I do have Fleet Bait by ×2. So what happens right here is that one of the players left, and this is actually a bug where people actually think the player actually left. I already mentioned that. I don't have to go about it. But again, I do have a player right here who is still after. He just can't talk at all. One of the players did leave on purpose over here, and there's nothing. So you actually can see it right here. Let me actually open this up a little bit much closer. Bigger is better, they say. That's what she said. So I'm so I'm gonna actually clear everything with the Phoenix, and then I'm going to help Top clear his area and so on, because the guy did left him alone on the Lost Soul area. So I'm actually going to see if I can fast forward this baby and so on, because I don't want to make it like really long or anything like that. So I did use I actually probably have to lower the settings here. I'm going to apologize about that, because I can't record and watch the whole thing, I think, at the same time. So the settings going to be looking horrible. I do apologize ahead of time about that. So I will go up on top with the Lost Spirit ship, and I will use the Lost Spirit ship Recycle to be able to heal and go up there and help him out and so on. Clear his area, ask him to get all the power well while I move forward. And again, I will use as you see right now, I will use the armor tower, and this video is quite old and everything like that, but you can see many of my videos that I use the armor tower. So I'm actually going to go ahead and see if I can actually fast forward this up in here. So again, I have someone else also using Lost Spirit ship. So when I use Lost Evocation, again he has heal with his thing. But again, when he has lost, when I use Lost Evocation, it's going to help his ship, and it's also going to help my ships during this time. Free Mind does catch up to us and so on, and then we start moving in and such during this time. Again, there's Maelstrom. There's a lot of things, and if we get a little bit closer, there is. Oh, it's almost there. I almost did it, right? There it is. Another warp and so on. So we don't really have to worry about that. I do get back and try to defend my area, the right side area, because we do get one of those lost dragon coming over and try to finish it or stuff like that. So Worm and I go ahead with our ships and start moving a little bit much further. Again, I do still have the Lost Evocation, which actually helps us, and I do use Nether Warp, because when I use Nether Warp, even though I'm using the blue one because I don't have fucking green one that costs like so much goddamn money, like 2,000 something, just for one of them. Even though it heals me and it doesn't makes me slow or anything like that, when I use the Nether Warp, again, is to stop right on top of them and use the heal and so on. So I kind of stay stationary and then use the dragon to move around, healing different targets. So again, very quite easy. I don't know if I use Architect's Call, because I do have someone over here who does have heal and my heal, which makes us, I feel invincible when I have a healer with me too in this area. So we actually went ahead, cleared everything up. I used the recycle, the Lost Spirit ship ability and so on, and to the point that I had no more to use, and GG, we actually finished that up. So again, that's what I wanted to actually show you. We did it with 3 men and so on, so it's 4 men, shouldn't not be hard or anything like that. I can't carry my area. I just need someone else to do their part and so on. So that's what I wanted to show you. If you guys want to see the deck for it, I'm going to put it in the description below, because the video is already 40 minutes, so I don't actually make it any bit longer than that. So goodbye.